I'm JD TheMediajack, and I recently did a Christmas 15 questions tag, and I was inspired by Ben Gibson, Geeknoid TV. I'm sure you're well aware of who he is and how awesome he is. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel yet, by all means, subscribe to his channel. We're going to do a New Year's 15 tags, and this time I'm working together with the man himself, Ben Gibson. So, not 15 questions, 12 questions, and we're just going to go through these, and these, of course, are in the theme of bringing in the new year.
Yes.
Ready?
Let's do it. Okay, question 1. Casual or formal wear for New Year's Eve?
Generally, I'll go middle of the road. I'll go semi-formal, because if I'm formal, then I don't feel comfortable at all. I can't do the dress shirt, the button down. I can't do the ties all that frequently. So if I'm going to go out, have a good time, maybe have a little bit of champagne and bring in the new year, semi-formal. So probably close to what this is right now.
Okay, but what's the definition of semi-formal? Because I know my definition of semi-formal could be different than yours.
I think you're pretty close to semi-formal as is.
Well, we are wearing the
exact same shirt.
right now, so.
We did not plan that. Yeah.
All right. So what we're wearing is semi-formal.
Semi-formal,
like
yes.
a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
With nice pants.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2. Would you rather be at Times Square or host a New Year's party at your house?
I would rather be at home.
At home?
Oh, big time.
Why?
As strange as it sounds, I work in media, and I work in this radio station, and I talk to thousands of people on a regular basis.
That is strange.
That is strange. What is really strange is the fact that I can't stand being around big crowd. I actually get a little bit of claustrophobic and a bit of agoraphobia. So I'd rather be at home, just hanging out with friends and family, and just a quiet ring in the new year party.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Number 3. Have you ever purchased fireworks for New Year's?
It's been a long time, but yeah, I have purchased fireworks for New Year's, and in fact, I can remember distinctively one time, I remember having Roman candle battles.
Nice.
Trash can lid in one hand, Roman candle in the other. Don't do that. It is very dangerous.
Just remember,
Yeah.
you're a wizard, Harry. Your magic missile.
Exactly.
Okay, now share an embarrassing story from New Year's Eve.
I had a very upset stomach one time when I went to a party. Maybe it was the crab dip, I'm not sure, but I actually celebrated New Year's Eve, rang in New Year with myself praying to the porcelain god, and it didn't have an ounce of alcohol in me, but it was like, oh, happy New Year.
Well, at least it wasn't coming out the other end. Or both.
Exactly.
Okay, number 5. What is your favorite end of the world movie? I know mine, but I'm not saying it.
Resident Evil.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mila Jovovich.
Which one?
The first one.
First one.
The first one. Huge fan of video games, of course. And so the transition from video games to movies has been bad. Not as bad as the transition from movies to video games, but the video games to movies have been bad. But when Resident Evil came out and I saw it in the theaters and Mila Jovovich was Alice, she did a phenomenal job. Yeah, okay, so they didn't stay absolutely true to the source material, but they didn't have to. And it was a lot of fun. It was a great movie, wonderful action, and I could stare at Mila Jovovich all day.
Who couldn't? Okay, number 6. Have you ever worked New Year's Eve?
Clearly.
It's rare if you don't get it off, or if you get it off, kind of thing.
Exactly. I've worked New Year's Eve so many different times, from like so many crappy jobs or even good jobs like this one here. I'll be working New Year's Eve and then be back early in the morning New Year's Day. And there's been plenty of times where, I've rang in the new year while on the clock.
Well, at least you have listeners to celebrate.
This is true.
You can even do call-ins if you want.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it when you call in. Always call into a radio station. Always.
So how long do your Christmas decorations stay up? That is number 7.
Yes. I firmly believe if your Christmas decorations stay up anytime past January 25th, you have to let go of the past, damn it. So January 25th is by far, that's a hard line for me. So that's as far as it'll go.
That's quite an extended period. That's a month after Christmas.
It is. But also, I like to put up my decorations beginning of December. There has to be clear separation between the American Thanksgiving, Remembrance Day, and a new month.
Yes. 100% on the same page. All right, number 8. Do you make and keep resolutions?
Since 2012, I've always made New Year's resolutions, but since 2012, I've been able to keep my New Year's resolutions. And that's due to a lot of soul searching, a lot of personal inward looking, not knowing my own strength, but also not being afraid to search for my own strength. There has been like other New Year's resolutions, like I'm gonna go to Disneyland and I'm gonna win $1 million. Like those ones are unrealistic, right?
I'm not gonna eat McDonald's this year. Yeah, not happening.
Exactly. But my New Year's resolutions since 2012 have been a lot more focused, a lot more personal driven, career driven, and a lot easier to keep. That doesn't mean like I made them easier, like I'm gonna get to a certain level in a video game. That's just silly. But it's been more challenging and more exciting for me to set goals and then achieve them. So since 2012, I've been pretty damn good.
I think bite size is the key. Kind of
Bite-sized.
achievable goals.
Yes, exactly.
So that kind of leads us into the next one, which was how quickly have you failed a resolution? If ever?
Well, like I said, before 2012, or 2012 and forward, I was okay. But before 2012, fast food. Fast food is actually a New Year's resolution. And I woke up the next morning hungover and went, I need KFC. that was it.
Grease.
Yes.
So number 10, what do you hope for in 2018?
100 subscribers.
You'll nail it.
500 subscribers for you.
We'll nail it easy.
Yeah, I think we will. But like
We'll get
that's
past 100. Easy.
yeah. But I think like that'd be a fun social media goal. Personally, I want to continue to get more and exciting interviews. Like Kevin Smith is coming to town.
Yes.
Oh, I would love to interview him.
Yes.
Also want to do some follow-ups, like get another interview with Aaron Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
And then personally, gotta slim down. I gotta be slim and trim like you. Look at you. Like I dress like you, but I look nothing like you.
You should see me on the scale. The scale even says, what the fuck? So I stopped myself from swearing.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Is there a New Year's tradition that you take part in? Other than resolutions, of course.
Yeah. I can't really think of any that are on top of my head. I mean, there's the basic ones like, get a kiss from a loved one on New Year's as you ring in. You do the countdown, watch either the Toronto one or the Vancouver feed or the New York feed. But really, like, I can't really think of any sort of actual tradition that I follow when it comes to New Year's and New Year's Eve. It's a lot easier to follow a tradition for like St. Patrick's Day for me, or Valentine's Day, or even like Christmas, right? So, I mean, maybe there's other people out there that do something specific for New Year's, but not me. Like, it'd be one thing to be like, always have to have this bottle of booze, or have this platter of food, or these friends, or wear this clothing, or go and do this traditional thing, like a polar dip, right? Like polar dips are very common, especially around where we live. But I've never taken part of that. So no, I actually don't have any.
You should actually explain what a polar dip is, because I'm sure there may be some people like down south who are like, what is that?
Yeah. Is that like food? So a polar dip is where they go to a moderately frozen lake or body of water, and then they cut a hole and then take turns jumping into this water, which is essentially just on the tip of the freezing level. And actually, if you ever go and do a polar dip, pro tip from what I've heard from people who have done it, don't jump out of the water immediately, because the water is actually warmer than the air around it. So if you get into the water, fine, okay, that's jolting cold, but the moment you come out, you're gonna be freezing that much quicker. So that's what a polar dip is.
It's always been on my bucket list to do one.
There's one coming up.
Yeah, but I'm too chicken. One day. Okay, so the final one is, do you participate in a Deadpool?
Yes.
I know the answer to this.
Yes,
we
I
were just
do.
talking about it.
I had to explain what a Deadpool was to you. And yes, I do participate in a Deadpool. And Deadpool is, okay, so the superhero Deadpool, Wade Wilson, is based on the actual betting competition of who is going to die first. And that's how he got his name, Deadpool. There's also a Clint Eastwood movie out there called The Deadpool. And that came out in like the mid-70s. And so the Deadpool is actually, it's tongue-in-cheek. It's meant to be fun, right? And so, yes, for about 6 years now, the Flipside family, the Flipside radio show, and the podcast has been participating in a Deadpool. We pick 5 celebrities and 1 wild card, and we take bets, or not bets, but we just guess as to who is going to pass away within that calendar year. And no money is put down, but we have fun with it. And one year I did win, and I won by a long shot because I had Amy Winehouse. And she died within that calendar year.
That was a harsh one for a lot of people,
too. But Damn it, that was 73 points.
It hurts to say, but thank you, Andy.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I knew what Deadpools were. I just didn't really think that it was like an actual thing. I thought it was just like made up in the comics kind of thing, movies and that sort of thing.
You can actually go online and start a Deadpool like a fantasy football league.
It makes sense. I mean, I just never really thought of it. I never, I guess, went there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Huh.
Yeah. Thanks so much for questioning me. And I'm JD the Media Jack. You can follow me all over social media at TheMediajack, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on Twitch. And of course, follow him.
Yeah,
That's
follow
Ben
me.
Gibson,
Yeah.
Geeknoid TV. He does a lot of really other cool shit on Facebook or YouTube and other social media platforms. I gotta say, a quick shout out to you is the photo shoot you did with Ashes.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
stunning.
I wish I got more footage though. Such little footage was taken there, and it disappoints the crap out of me. But the photos, I'm really happy with.
You know what?
I got.
Stunning, beautiful, loved it. It was incredible, and like it's a tribute to your abilities behind the camera and Ash's abilities in front of the camera.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
go check out that video.
Do it. Next time we do it, actually, you should partake and help me film it so I can get more footage.
That sounds great.
Awesome.
It'd be my honor.